This is Jonathan Agger, Fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Ade Oladipo, fresh from Miami. Feeling fresh, Ade, or jet lagged?
Miami, but you know what? Jet lagged, but just the idea of I was in Miami when the Formula One Grand Prix was going on. Miami Heat were playing the New York Knicks for you basketball fans. So to just be over there, and for me, almost from a professional, personal point of view, to be able to be the lead host for a Canelo fight. I mean, what is going on? So you can't be jet lagged. Yes, a bit tired, but just the fact that you can look back and say I hosted that event, and that entrance, Canelo's entrance, was incredible. So yeah, a bit tired, but the show must go on.
You're a busy man, Ade. Straight into a KSI Fight Week. 7th one, I think you've done all 7.
Yeah.
The first one you did, I said this to Callie yesterday, from the point you went there to here, it's weird how suddenly we all know who all these people are, and you say he could fight him. Yeah. How weird is that to you?
Strange, honestly strange. Like the fact that I know who these people are. Like when this all started, I knew KSI, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and maybe a couple of others. But the fact I know them all now, all of them, like literally all of these people, is unbelievable. But that shows how much they promote themselves, you know what I mean? And some of these now, yes, it still would always be KSI, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, etc., Tommy Fury. But some of these are stars within themselves. I mean, Salt Pappy's as big as any of them. Slim, Dean the Great. So it's creating stars as well. Like my fear for this was, okay, say KSI says I'm done tomorrow. Who's going to take over? Salt Pappy. Do you know what I mean? Deji maybe, Swarm. So it's a weird thing that I know them all, but I've had to kind of separate what this is from what I kind of traditionally do. But these guys know how to entertain, my man. They know, and we'll see it at the press conference. Something's going to happen. I'm like the grown-up dad that tries to control it, but something's going to happen. Someone's going to throw something. Someone's going to come out of a prop, but it's entertainment, and these guys know how to entertain.
And it creates attention. I mean, people know this is happening, right? Yeah,
and this is it. This is the one maybe critique of sort of quote-unquote real boxing where it kind of can go a bit quiet. Like, I mean, me and you have been to thousands of pressers, and they're not this big, some of the smaller events. These guys would make anything big. They'll all come and look in just different outfits. They put it on their social medias. They've all got like 1 million followers. So they know exactly what they're doing, and it works. It works, hence why we're still doing event after event after event.
So would traditional boxing ever go this way? Does one day like a promoter say, let's hype this up a bit more?
I think so. I think they watch it. I mean, I remember the first Misfits we did, and we obviously done that screen where I walk down the screen and present all the fights. Matchroom do it for their events now. And all of a sudden I went to a Matchroom, I was like, 1 second, what's all this screen behind Laura Woods? So I think they're taking little things from it. And look, I mean, there's some boxers in the building. I see Chisora over there, I see David Haye over here. People are starting to get involved and behind it. You've got to respect anyone that can get in the ring and throw hands. I wouldn't do it. So I think traditional boxers have a respect for these guys because they know how hard these guys train. Like KSI is going to come in today ripped to shreds. Joe Fournier, 40, ripped. These guys are in shape. They're not just taking it because they need the money, because none of these people up here are actually broke. None of them need the money, so they're doing it because they love it, they enjoy it. And I get it, it's still a bit cringe, but you've got to respect that.
And then I'll go on to Canelo Alvarez over the weekend. A lot of people weren't that impressed with the performance. Was it that, or was just John Ryder better than people gave him credit?
A bit of both, but I would more lean to the Canelo is definitely slipped. There's no two ways about it. Look, for me, the best Canelo I've ever seen was Golovkin 2, maybe Danny Jacobs. That Canelo there, unbeatable, incredible, 160 pounds. The Canelo on Saturday isn't that Canelo. It's just a fact. And some people will say, okay, maybe he underestimated John Ryder, and there could be a bit of that. Only he will know. But it's coming out in his hometown. He's going to be pumped for that. It was a 16 by 16 foot ring, by the way, not 18 by 18. The ring was the tightest. So he went in there to smash John Ryder to pieces, and he couldn't do it. And look, as much as John Ryder's tough, we understand John Ryder's limitations. Canelo should be stopping John Ryder in a 16 by 16 foot ring, and he couldn't do it. So there has been slippage. And if I'm Benavidez, if I'm a Jamal Charlo coming up, if I'm anyone, I'm like, give me that fight, because there's a chance. There's a chance.
Well, how about the one you came up with on your channel, Errol Spence?
Man, you know what? Obviously, bit of tongue in cheek, but
I saw people talking about it last night.
People were talking about it because if you're Errol's a big 147 pounder. Canelo's a small 168. We saw Brook go up and fight Golovkin, and that Golovkin isn't the Canelo, and I think Errol's better than Brook. So look, Could it happen? Probably not. But I think, I'm not joking, if that was announced tomorrow, like Errol's going up to 160 and Canelo's going to come down, the biggest fight in boxing. Cowboy Stadium, 90,000 sold out, 2 million pay-per-view buys. I mean, if I'm Canelo, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at different options. Because the options right now are Bivol or Benavidez. I don't like those options. Bivol at 175, he's not beating him. And Benavidez at 168, it's risky. You don't want to lose to a fellow Mexican. He doesn't want to do that. So I think Errol Spence at a catchweight could be sensational. Honestly, sensational. Take my money now. $100, $200, take it. Mortgage the house, take it.
Just want to move on to, I don't know if you've seen Tyson Fury's comments today. Spoke publicly for the first time in a while at some press conference.
What nonsense did he say now? What did he say?
Well, he was asked about Wilder against Joshua, the talk, and he feels that Joshua gets knocked out by Wilder, but he hopes that he does win. The second thing I want to ask you about is he said that, when they came together in Saudi, him and Wilder, and then Wilder a week later or something said he cheated again, that he doesn't understand that. What do you make of both those situations?
Wilder will always think Tyson Fury cheated, whether correct or incorrect. Right now we have to say incorrect because all the drug tests have come back fine. But for Wilder, who literally, when he knocks people out, they stay down, he must find it crazy how Fury gets up. Now he must think, one second, I knocked everyone down. I landed the best punch I've ever landed on a human being in that third fight where Fury's body wobbled. And he probably thinks that's impossible. So he probably have that. And look, Wilder's respectful. Yes, he's not going to go past Fury and start screaming and shouting. It was a bit of a handshake and he walked away. It wasn't like those guys had a handshake and a cuddle and a coffee. It was a respectful handshake and then he kept it moving. He's not trying to pretend they're best friends all of a sudden. With regards to AJ getting knocked out by Wilder, yeah, fair. Right now, I think if you turn this camera around and ask all the people in the room, I think most would say that. It's for AJ to prove otherwise. I'm a massive AJ fan. I'm probably the biggest AJ fan in the world. Even if that fight were to happen tomorrow, I'd have to favour Wilder. Because you have a look at what Wilder done recently and what AJ's done recently. And Wilder put Elenius to sleep. AJ struggled a bit against Franklin. So you just got to be fair with what you see. Doesn't mean it will play out like that, but I can understand why Fury would say that. And of course he wants AJ to win because AJ Fury is the biggest fight that can be made, right? So, yeah, I get all of his points, yeah. But Fury just chats, doesn't he? I mean, I love him, but Jesus Christ, man, he just talks. And sometimes it can get a bit like, stop talking, just stop, I'm tired.
Last question, Tony Bellew said that he was asked by Simon Jordan who would have won, Haye or Fury, and he reckons David Haye would have won that fight. Who do you think would have won?
Then David Haye as well. I think we can all, it's weird because you look at what Fury's done since, but David Haye, frightening. The speed, the power. I think I would have gone Haye then. The body hadn't broken down as much, although he pulled out because of injury. I'm going to go David Haye to beating Fury then, but I mean, who knows? But David Haye just by obliterate. But then again, we know Fury can get up. We know he can get up. Can I change my mind?
If you want.
Fury points. Because David Haye will get up. Sorry, Fury will get up. But then David Haye will keep putting, Fury points.
Debate it all day. Ade, appreciate your time. Obviously, you got this on Saturday, Taylor Cameron next week. And then the rematch, I can't wait for that rematch. Yeah.
And let's not forget as well, we got Loma versus Devin Haney. You got
Taylor Lopez.
Michael Conlon versus Luis Alberto Lopez. You got Chris Bidham-Smith, Tocoli. You said Taylor versus Lopez. So much boxing in a month. And I'm involved in everything. I'm joking. I'm involved in quite a few of them.
Keep it locked at Ade's channel. Link will be in the description.